it is actually using 2 sessions, but you can see here that it is actually in Chrome running, that we have 3 tests, for example, to have title, but every single one has an execution in a different web browser: Chrome, Edge, and Firefox. Hey masters, welcome back to JoanMedia. Welcome back to another good video of Selenium Grid 4, in this case, well integrated with WebDriverIO. Basically, the idea of this video is to understand how we can use the Selenium Grid 4 using Docker, how to use a Docker Compose file, the YAML file, to actually execute and have a small network with different web browsers that can support concurrency, right? That can support multiple tests running in parallel if it is necessary. And also, we're gonna learn how to record videos from what we are executing, right? And have the videos at the end of the execution if it is necessary to. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look of some information here. I'm gonna go step by step explaining you how you can kind of integrate this to your WebDriverIO project for the very first time, the configurations that I have done. And I hope that you can find this useful. Please let me know in the comment section if you like this, and if you want to keep watching more videos about WebDriverIO, because I'm honestly up to keep creating videos like this. Okay, so basically this Selenium Grid 4 was created by the community, the active community of Selenium, and it is an excellent solution. And as you can see, this is the community that actually built all this stuff. And we have like 2 different ways to execute the Selenium Grid 4. The first one is using an standalone execution, basically running image by image. In case you only need Firefox, right, in your project, you only need to use this command over here to run your Docker image, right, the Selenium standalone Firefox image alone. Or if you only need Chrome, this is the another command. Or if you need Edge, this is the other one. However, take a look of this note. Only one standalone container can run on port 444 at the same time. So I wanted to explain you another way to have like all the environments orchestrated by one hub, right? And you can have like nodes of Firefox or Chrome or Edge depending on your needs. So I scrolled down a bit, and you're gonna see that we have here the Docker Compose files that we can use for guidance. All right, so if you come here, you're gonna see that this Docker Compose file, this YAML file, has like 3 services over here, and also a Selenium hub at the end. This Docker Compose is going to create like a small network with 3 different services, with 3 different nodes: one for Firefox, one for Edge, and one for Google Chrome. Okay, every single node here is going to be using the image that basically it is the same one, right, as the ones that we saw when we wanted to execute this by a standalone execution, right? You're gonna see the same structure here. It is using that particular image for Chrome, for Edge, and for Firefox, but all of them are gonna be executed and grouped in a single network that can be so you don't have to care about the orchestration of your test. You only have to execute this particular Docker Compose, and all the nodes are gonna be ready and up to you for use them. Okay, so the first configuration for every single service is gonna be the image. This configuration here is basically the shared amount of space between them, right? Also, we have a depends on in every single image or node over here, and every single node is going to be depending on Selenium Hub. And the Selenium Hub also is going to be another container with a different image, and basically this Selenium Hub is going to be the orchestrator, right, for every single node, and that's basically its function. Okay, and also if you check every single service, every single node is going to have some environment variables. These ones over here are the standard ones, and but I'm gonna show you some that I added. Okay, I'm gonna open my Visual Studio Code here. I'm gonna open my Selenium 4 grid over here. I'm gonna collapse all my stuff. Okay, I'm sorry, I did something wrong. Let me see. Okay, nope, that's something that I wanted to do. And I'm gonna collapse all of them. You're gonna see that I have some services here. It is pretty similar than the file that I just showed you. But if I open the Chrome, you're gonna see that in the environment variables, I have added 2 environment variables. Basically, the first one is gonna be VNC no password, and it is equal to 1. Why I'm adding this environment variable? Basically, because when you're executing your test in the grid, you are capable to see in real time the session execution. It means that if you are running 100 test cases in Chrome, you can check that particular session running. So you can have like a real time view of what is happening. Okay, so in case you don't set this particular environment variable, you're gonna be required to enter a password, and I don't want to. I don't want that. It's because, well, this is a demo video and I don't want to handle this right now. But if you need to get the password, go to the official documentation and you're gonna see how you can get the password and have like an extra security layer over there. Okay, and then we have another environment variable here, which is SE node max sessions. In case you don't set this particular variable, the node Chrome, this particular node with Google Chrome only is going to allow 1 session. It means that it won't allow concurrency. Okay, so if you have like 4 tests in a row, well, you're gonna be executing one and one and one as soon as one of them is finished. Okay, it is gonna be like a waterfall. However, if you set a max session of 2, you're gonna have 2 sessions of Google Chrome available in this particular node. And obviously you have to think about this, because it is going to be consuming resources and it is going to be depending where you want to execute this particular grid. Of course, there are ways, right? If you check the official documentation and if I look for the word VMs, we can use different machines and VMs. So you can like leverage that and measure how you can handle this correctly. But well, in this case, I'm gonna be using only 2 max sessions, and that's basically the configuration that I wanted to show you. And if you can check that, we have the same environment configuration for every single node, Edge, Chrome, and Firefox. I have added the same variables because I wanted to have the same configuration for them. Okay. All right. Now, if you check this, I have added some other services that aren't or weren't explained in the Docker Compose demo file that we have here. Okay. Okay. So something that we can do here is add some containers that record videos. Okay, and basically what is going to be happening here, as you can see, well, we're going to be getting an image, right? This image is going to be recording every single thing that happens in the grid in every single node. So you required 1 Chrome video node or 1 Edge video node for every single node that you have here, depending on your needs. Okay, this is a manual configuration that you have to do. It is not totally integrated with the services itself of the Selenium Grid, but it is a solution that, or a workaround that you can use over here. Something important here is the volumes part, because this volume is going to allow you to record or actually grab the videos from the container itself to your local computer. It means that every single container is going to have like a folder named videos, but I'm mapping the videos folder that is in the container in my local computer using this particular structure. So as you can see, I have this folder, TMP videos, and basically it is going to be mapping the folder inside of the container, but now in my Windows computer in that particular folder. Okay, also it is going to be depending on the node, the Chrome node. Okay, and also, well, we have some environment variables that we can use over here. You can change the video name over here and so on. You can well, actually set up different stuff if you want to, but this is the standard configuration that I saw in the official documentation. As always, I highly recommend you to check that so you can understand deeply what is happening and what you can configure over there, okay? If you're liking this video, please subscribe and let a like. It is gonna be a lot of help for me and also a good motivation to keep creating content for free for you, okay? Thank you very much, guys. If I check the Selenium hub, well, as I told you, basically this is the orchestrator of this particular grid, and this is the ports that are exposed, and that's basically it. Now let's go ahead and let's execute the grid. How you can do it? Well, basically I'm gonna be opening a terminal here, a CMD, a command line interface, and I'm gonna be running the following command: docker -compose. Then I'm gonna leave a space there, and I'm gonna use the F flag, and there you have to send the file, the YAML file where you have all your configuration. Basically, in this case, it's gonna be Selenium for grid YAML file, which is in the root directory over here, okay? And then I have to send the word or the command up. It is going to be understanding that we have to create a network with all the containers inside of this particular network, okay? So as you can see, well, it is taking a few seconds actually, and you're gonna have to wait for a few more seconds because you have to download all the containers and all the dependencies that you need. In my case, I have done that before, and it was pretty quick. Right now it is running, right? If I check, let me check the recording, it is recording correctly. And if I check my local host 4444, you're gonna see that right now I have the Selenium Grid UI over here, and as you can see, well, it is executed in Linux, right? Every single node is present here. You can see that well, I have a node of Firefox with 2 max concurrency setting, and the same stuff for Chrome, for an Edge, okay? Now it is working, right? We only have to send our tests to this particular local host, this local host with this particular port. It is gonna be capable to handle the tests that it receives, right? It is gonna be using the web drivers actually configured under every single node to run your test. That's amazing. It is not using my local Edge or Firefox or Linux. It is good because let's imagine that you need to run your tests in a Linux environment that doesn't have all these Firefox. Well, this is a very excellent solution if you want to have a workaround, okay? In the UI part, if you check the left menu, we also have a sessions kind of view. Right now, there is nothing running, but as soon as I execute this, you're gonna see that every single session of Chrome, Firefox, and Edge is gonna be available here, and we can see in live action what is happening there, and we can see what is happening actually in the browser. What is the test right now, right? What is or I don't know, a lot of details there, right? That's good. So let's continue. I think that's basically it. And I can tell you how to configure now WebDriverIO to run with this beautiful Selenium Grid 4, okay? So basically, we only have to come here to our WebDriverIO configuration file. No matter if it is using TypeScript or JavaScript, both of them are going to be working in the same way, okay? What I did basically was come here to my configuration file and add some server configurations over here. The first one is hostname, all right? So you only have to send localhost over here in case of Windows, right? Then you also have to send the port where you're running, actually where the Selenium Grid is exposed right now, right? And also you'll also have to send the path. This is a parameter required, and well, you only have to send like the root part of this, okay? That's basically the first configuration, and the second one is coming here to the service part, okay, to the services, and use Docker. I was using the Selenium standalone service, but it was using my local computer to run the Selenium Grid. But right now I'm gonna be using Docker, and that's how you let WebDriverIO know how to use it, and it is going to be using Docker to run our tests. Okay, that's basically the only two configurations that you need to do to run your test in this particular Selenium Grid 4. That's it. Okay. What I'm going to be executing? Well, basically, I'm going to be executing all the tests that are under my test folder. All right. And it is going to be executing all my files that ends with dataspec.ts. It is going to be basically the assert browser matchers and the assert element matchers. If you remember the last video of this WebDriverIO tutorial, totally free for you, that I highly recommended you to go ahead and check the playlist with all this content for free. Well, we use the element matchers to make sure that an element was existing or an element wasn't existing. If it has a particular attribute, if it has an href, if it has the text that we wanted, if a lot of configurations and tests, right, that you can use to check your website. But well, basically that's the two files that I'm going to be executing. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to come here. And also let me show you, well, basically the capabilities that I'm going to be executing. The first one is going to be Chrome with 2 max instances, so we can use concurrency here. That's basically the configuration that I'm using. Then we have the same stuff for Firefox, okay? That's it. It is working, or actually it is set up. It is not working yet. And also we have the same stuff for Microsoft Edge. It is going to be working and actually executing my tests in all the web browsers that I wanted to use. Okay. If you want to use well, the headless mode, you can use it. However, the headless mode is not going to record the video right now. So I need to use the head mode, okay? I just wanted to let you know that. So as soon as I have done this, I can come here and open another terminal and run my command, npm run WDIO. That's it. You're gonna see that it is gonna start the execution of 6 workers. And now if I come here to my grid, take a look of that. Oh my God. It is actually using 2 sessions, and if I check the sessions, as I told you, I can check, for example, the edge execution of what is happening in real time. It was so fast. I'm sorry, but you can see here that it is actually in Chrome running, and then, well, the session ends and there is nothing else to show. It is working as expected and working correctly. Now, if I check again the overview part, you can see that there is no session active. Well, there is no need of that, and also the concurrency is the same, and all the stuff is good. If I check the console, you can see that well, we have everything executed, for example, in Chrome using Linux, right, or in Firefox on Linux, and also Edge probably, right. Let me show you that. MS Edge on Linux. That's good. That's it. That's how it works. But let's imagine that you want to check that Allure actually grabs the results, and we can show that in a beautiful HTML report. Well, we can use Allure generate. I'm sorry, it is PowerShell. I need CMD if I'm not wrong. Let me see. Allure generate, and well, you're gonna see that another folder here named Allure report is gonna be present, and we can use the command Allure open to check the results in our browser. Okay, you can see that we have 2 suites, the assertion browser matchers and the assertion element matchers. And if I open, for example, the browser matchers, you can see that we have 3 tests, for example, to have title, but every single one has an execution in a different web browser, Chrome, Edge, and Firefox. And that's how it works. It is beautiful, right, guys? But there is something left. I also told you that we can see the video recording, right? Well, if you remember from my YAML file, right, you're gonna see that I have mapped the volume in my temp videos folder, right? In this particular folder, let me show you this. There it is. We have 4 videos over here. I'm sorry, 3 of them. But it is currently recording. The container is recording all the session from when the birth. Well, it is gonna take take a recording of every single second that the node is running. I don't care if there is nothing or no test executed in this particular moment, but it is recording every single thing, okay? So we need to stop the Docker Compose network. How you can do it? Well, we have two options. Let me show you this. We can come here to the terminal where my Docker Compose is running, and press the combination of keywords Control C, right? But also I can come here to my terminal, right? I'm gonna cancel the Allure execution, and I'm gonna run the command Docker Compose F Allure. No, what is the name of the YAML file? Selenium for grid YAML, and then I can use the word down instead of up, right? And you're gonna see that right now it is removing and stopping everything in my computer. And as soon as it is done, we're gonna be capable to access the videos, okay? So let me show you this. I'm gonna open this in the file explorer, and if I open the Chrome video, let me show you this. It has a 9 minutes recording, right? That's the time that we have in the video, because it is actively recording every single part of the grid, right? Since it is running. But if we look for the well, actually the moment where it was happening, check that. Right now it is checking the URL, the browser matchers, but then it is gonna continue with the elements right there. You can see that we're checking buttons, titles, probably different links. There it is. Everything is working fine and recorded as expected using Selenium Grid. So guys, I think that's basically the video that I wanted to show you today. I highly, well, as always, encourage you to come here and check the official documentation. Why? Because we have more to understand here. We can have a dynamic grid, right, that can start Docker containers on demand. That's amazing, guys. Imagine this powerful feature, right? Also, we can deploy this in a Docker, in a Kubernetes environment too, right? And so on. We have a lot of configurations here that you can use, and probably I have missed. For example, you can check the health check in case you're doing some batch or bash scripts, and you want to make sure that the Selenium Grid is up and running, and so on. So thank you guys. I really appreciate your time. This is it was an interesting video. If you like to explore more technologies and understand new things, and I highly wanted to thank you for your support. Please leave a like and a comment, because it is going to encourage me a lot, and well, I can keep creating videos like this for you guys. Thank you very much. This was JoanMedia, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.